We'd like to join you and tell you a little bit about the story of WNEM TV.
Since first signing on the air in 1954.
This is News 5. News 5, Mid-Michigan's news leader.
WNEM TV5 has a rich tradition of being the station you turn to in mid-Michigan.
This is our debris signature right here.
Absolutely. With a weather team you've always trusted.
Water this high, this fast.
Load everybody on the bus and take them to the churches.
Covering the stories impacting mid-Michigan.
There will be hockey in Saginaw again.
Keeping you informed when you need it most.
Welcome to TV5's special town hall meeting on the Flint water crisis.
Working with you to better our community.
To try and help find a cure.
And in the last 7 decades, the one thing that hasn't changed is our commitment to you.
And downtown Midland was right in its path.
Hello and welcome back to WNEM TV5's Thank You for 70 Years. I'm Sierra Cersei, TV5 Wake Up Anchor.
And I'm Blake Keller, TV5 Wake Up Anchor.
Now, Blake, I believe we're introducing the 2000s and 2010s, and I believe you started anchoring at WNEM in the 2010s, right?
That is correct. So I began at WNEM in 2019. It's been such an amazing journey since then, and while it feels like WNEM has been my home for a long time, looking back at all of WNEM's history really makes that time feel short.
Well, it is an honor for us to introduce this look back at WNEM during these amazing decades, as well as all of these on-air legends and memorable moments.
Without further ado, join us in celebrating WNEM TV5 as it was in the 2000s and 2010s.
At WNEM 5, we know that mid-Michigan may look simple and serene from a distance, but up close, it's complicated and current, with news happening minute by minute in your community. WNEM 5 keeps you connected to every story with live coverage of breaking news and investigations that get answers. We're immediate and in touch, accurate and interactive. Katie O'Mara, Keith Landry, Darren Bradley, and Art Neal. They're mid-Michigan's news leaders, and they're only on WNEM 5.
The 90 minutes of news you see every day on TV5 beginning at 5 in the afternoon actually takes 8 hours to plan and put together. It all begins with something we call the morning editorial meeting.
All right, well, let's go.
It's a daily brainstorming session where story ideas for the day are presented and debated. Many of those ideas, by the way, come from our viewers. Once the stories are selected and assigned, the newsroom then splits up into teams. Producers stay behind putting together the shows themselves. Reporters and photographers pound the pavement together, working on their stories. After the reporter gets all the information, they put that story together and put it in one of our newscasts. In the meantime, preparations for the newscasts are still underway here in the newsroom. And right here, the graphic artist is designing what we call the freezes, those graphics that go over the shoulder of the anchors during the newscast. And up here in the control room, the director, the technical director, the audio person, and several others all work together to make sure that the work we've done all day actually makes it onto the air for you to see at night. From 4 o'clock every afternoon until the shows air, the TV5 newsroom is a flurry of activity. The scripts are then printed, then it's off to the set, where we bring you the news.
At WNEM 5, when we're talking about the weather, timing is everything.
Whether it's a big storm or simply a change in wind direction,
Doppler Max 5000 takes forecasting to an entirely new level.
Detecting storms earlier
and getting that information to you faster.
6 times faster than any other live radar in mid-Michigan.
Doppler Max 5000. It's all about giving you the time you need.
TV5 and Farm Bureau Insurance, together making your future more predictable.
When I came to TV5, we were in the weather phase of what I call the Doppler Wars. It had started around the country. The severe weather places, Kansas City, Oklahoma City, Florida with the hurricanes. My friends that were working there were going through the Doppler Wars. One station would get a Doppler radar, another station would get a bigger Doppler radar, another station would get bigger, and they'd be upgrading. Doppler Wars. Well, we started the Doppler Wars in this market here at TV5, and I started working on that. I didn't get to see it to fruition, but about a year or two after I left, up came the Doppler. It took us a long time to get all the red tape to have a Doppler radar out by the airport. So that was one of the big technologies for here, that it brought the live local Doppler radar into the market. other technologies, the weather graphic systems. TV5 has always been top-notch at allowing the meteorologists to pitch to the management, we need a new graphic system. This is the upgrade. This is why we need it. So I think just in my 5 years there, we had probably 2 major upgrades to the graphic system, and it kept us ahead of everybody else in the market on giving you the weather information.
I just remember always being involved with the community, and I never really said no to any appearances. I always felt it was really important. I thought it was important to go to schools and to read to children, and I thought it was important to be across the street at the Dow Event Center when the Saginaw Spirit started their first game. I mean, how cool was that? And the Great Lakes Loons, and the tall ships. It was fun. All those events were wonderful. The fireworks specials that Sam and I used to do on the rooftop downtown. It was, we get to bring the kids. It was fun. There were so many events. It's just that community involvement, that connection. I don't know if there was one specific one that I would single out and say that was it. It was wonderful to be a part of all of them. I really believe that. I felt like when I said goodbye, I just always wanted to just thank this community. I mean, it was so wonderful and so caring and loving and embracing. And I felt that love, and I just wanted to say thank you through all the births of all my children, the cards and the letters and the outfits. Like, women were knitting outfits, and there was just so much love, and that when you feel that love and you feel that family connection, and there really was no real way to thank everybody, and I still to this day, I just feel very grateful, and it was a nice connection, and I just thank you. Thank you.
Live from Mid-Michigan's news leader, you're watching TV5 News with Sam Merrill, Katie O'Mara, and Darren Bradley with the Doppler Max 5000 forecast. This is TV5 News at 5.